This is the Madison River in Yellowstone. The first time I actually came to Yellowstone back in 2016. Me, the missus and the boys sat over there having a picnic, just looking at this. You know, it was absolutely spectacular, but you can see the mist just on top of the river there, man. The sun coming up on the mountains. What a time to be in Yellowstone. I'm so glad I got up at 4:30 for this, 100%. But wow. What an absolutely spectacular time to see Yellowstone. First thing in the morning. Look at that. Wow. So we just parked up because we're heading to the viewpoint for Gibbon Falls. Apparently you can hear it. Definitely hear it down there, so yeah, let's go check it out. Not having much luck so far. You know, it's probably 6-7 degrees right now, and I've gone through 2 GoPro batteries in the space of 40 minutes. It's great. DJI still going strong though. That tells me everything I need to know. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. Now the good thing about getting up so early and being in a park so early, one of the good things, obviously the amount of people is a good thing right now. There hardly isn't anybody. And the other thing is I can just take my time. Just take my time. Just see everything I can possibly want to see, to be fair, because I've got all day, literally all day to get over to Red Lodge, which is about 150 mile, give or take, over the pass. So I've got ages, man. That's the good thing. Ages. What time is it? It's not even 7 o'clock. 17 minutes past 7. So right, let's go sort this GoPro debacle out and then we'll get back on the road.
Oh, I ain't gonna gonna live like this no more. Most of my life's been waging war till I found peace. I could have swore what she did shook me to the core, and I ain't gonna live like that no more. Well, I ain't gonna live like this no more. Trouble comes when the barmaid pours another for a man who should have found the door.
I'm not gonna lie, man, that is pretty cool to see. You got the geysers things or the hot whatever's over there, and you got a bison right there, man. That's pretty cool. Got another one down there as well. Well, yeah, he's just sitting, or she, just sitting having a munch, having his breakfast. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool.
As bad as the years before, living in a lie I can't ignore. Oh, I had to cut ties to settle the score. I ain't gonna live like this no more. Lord, I ain't gonna live like this no more. I've been drinking till my body's sore. Ain't touched my bed, just sleep on the floor. But I'ma get on my feet, get on my chores, get some things from the getting store. This old ship's coming back to shore, 'cause I ain't gonna live like this no more.
So we'll stop at Canyon Junction, which is on the Grand Loop, sort of heading southeast-ish. I was going to go straight over the pass now, but it's early, man. I've got all day, so I'm going to actually start heading south down the Grand Loop itself to the southern loop, and go and see Old Faithful, the geyser, you know, the most famous geyser in the world apparently. And some of the other, you know, volcanic sort of springs and whatnot. So that's the plan now. We'll just stop for a coffee because it's absolutely freezing. It's starting to warm up right now, but damn, it was cold this morning. 2 GoPro batteries gone within the space of 45 minutes. Mental. We just went into the general store, grabbed the coffee. So why do I always say we? Me. Just went into the general store and grabbed the coffee. The park is starting to get busy now, so I want to get round to Old Faithful pretty sharpish, to be honest, so miss some of the crowds. It's about 50 Fahrenheit right now. I don't know what that is in normal. And we're about 8,600 meters above sea level, so we've shot up a hefty bit. Bug slide available in the Rick Rack store. Can't see shit out of that window, so I am cleaning it with the old bug slide. See what we can get off. That's worked really well. Bug slide, go get it from the Rick Rack store today. So I'm gonna recharge GoPro batteries, enjoy my coffee, and then we're gonna head south down the Grand Loop. Some young'uns just crossed the road. There's loads of them, look. Wow. Holy Jesus. What's up? Holy shit! Hey Grant, you're closer to that one, mate, than we did in Sturgis. God damn! Look at this.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing ever will. 'Cause dreams are hard to kill. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight. We lost. Not anything or anyone will hold us back, no matter what the cost. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories.
All right, time to go and see Old Faithful. Old Faithful, the geyser, not like a Cockney geyser.
I don't care if it's Muhammad, Imard, Bruce Lee.
You know, not like one of those, a geyser that shoots up into the air. Fair, I don't think we could have timed that any better, to be honest. We literally just got here and then 4 minutes later, bam, it goes off. Old Faithful geyser. Again, not like a Cockney geyser, an actual one that comes out the floor like way up in the sky and super hot, burn your face off if you go near it. But that's it, it goes off, it releases pressure every hour or so. Yeah, it's a constant, it just keeps doing it all year round. But it's a huge tourist attraction. And when you're coming in, obviously, time it if you can. I think there's timings, you can go on the website and see when it's going to blow. Because as you can see, there are a lot of people, hell of a lot of people. And the car park is obviously rammed, so yeah. Cool, got to see Old Faithful geyser blow his load. If you're wondering how I get those sweeping shots when I'm on the bike, you know, the sweeping just full road, well, this is how I do it. It's the Rick Rack fairing mount for a GoPro. Again, available in the store. You can get 10% off using my code TMB10 off any Rick Rack product. But this is how I get it, man. This is how I get those shots. So GoPro's on there. It's all locked in place, and it just fits into one of your fairing bolts there, your trim bolts, if you like. It just replaces one of those and screws right in, and it gives you some absolutely phenomenal shots, as you've seen. So yeah, get yourself on the store if you want one. Go grab yourself a fairing mount by Rick Rack. That was the old geyser, old faithful geyser. Joking aside, it's really cool to see. Actually, it's in like a volcanic basin in the park, as you can see over there. That's a big hotel, by the way. And yeah, it's really cool to see, man. Like I said, it goes off at certain times, and they've got it down to like seconds, I believe, when it's gonna go off. And you can check those out on the website, old faithful timings and whatnot, so you can time it just like I just did to perfection. I'm joking, that was just pure luck that I turned up literally, and it went off like 5 minutes later. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, that's one of the big attractions in the park is Old Faithful, for obvious reasons. It's really cool to see, and like I said, it's in a volcanic basin, as you can see there. So yeah, get yourself down to Old Faithful if you're coming down this way. Take the family, stop on if you're in with the boys on the bikes, or if you're on your own. Easy. Right, next stop, we're going to go see some more volcanic geological wonders, shall we say. we're still in Yellowstone, in the Wyoming side of Yellowstone National Park. Well, my God, it's a paradise, man. It really is. Wyoming is just as gorgeous as Montana. The miles, they don't seem to be there, if that makes sense. It just is mile after mile after mile after mile after mile of stunning scenery. It doesn't feel like I've been up since 4:30 this morning. It absolutely does not. It feels like I've only been on the road an hour, because everywhere I look, I'm still engaged with everything that's going on in front of me, to the side of me, behind me. It's absolutely mental. And you know, the buffalo, the valley there, man, there must have been at least 1,000 to 1,500 head of buffalo. Absolutely unreal. I've never seen that many buffalo in my life. And I think that's probably, like I said, what it was like 100 years ago maybe. Just buffalo everywhere across the plains. And you know, they were hunted out, they were hunted away into, you know, near extinction, as it were. But that's great to see that, you know, all of those ones there. But what a ride, man. What a ride. I'm going, as you guys know, I'm going west to east on the 212, and we're starting to get a little bit, we're getting into the mountains now. You know, we are, how many miles we got in now? We are on 720 miles, 720.8, so 721 miles basically. We haven't done much since last time I spoke to you, because, you know, it's been slow going because of the amount of traffic and whatnot.
The route is being calculated.
Oh! So we've got 81 more miles of this. Oh my God. Yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable. It really is. The bike is running as you would expect. It cost 30 grand, so you'd expect it to work, let's be honest. But she's running like a dream. Power's there when I want it. It was overheating slightly when, you know, the static traffic with the buffalo in the middle of the road. There's got to be, that's definitely an infantry buffalo. 100% an infantry buffalo. Infantry buffalo, yeah! Trying to cross the bridge, that was mental. You know, we've only been going 2 days, if you want to call it that. And we've still got 4 more days to go. Absolutely spectacular. Anyway, right, let's get into this road. Highway 212 in America, in Wyoming, leading into the Beartooth Pass. I'm not going to show you the Beartooth Pass, so if you're sticking around for that, that'll be on the next episode. But I'll show you as far as I can, basically. And then, yeah, tomorrow we'll get into it, and it'll be spectacular. So let's head over to Red Lodge. in Montana, man. Wow. Highway 212 has just potentially nipped the top of my list for best roads to ride your motorcycle on. Holy shit. Untold epicness. Absolutely phenomenal. Well, I'm gonna have to have a serious think if she knocks the Go Under the Sun Road off the list. Oof. But wow, look at this. Look at the sign. Look at the sign. Red Lodge, 68 mile. 68 more miles of this. 68 more miles of awesomeness. But you're not going to see it. Flipping hell. Woo! I'm going to give you Highway 212 until the Chief Joseph Scenic Byway turn in, and then that's your lot. That will be this episode done, apart from tonight, arriving at Red Lodge and whatnot. So yeah, wow, one hell of a road. The Chief Joseph turnoff right there. So I will see you guys at Red Lodge. You'll have to wait till the next episode. Look at that. Absolutely amazing, eh? Anyway, let's ride the Beartooth without any cameras. Woohoo! Anyway, Red Lodge. We're staying at the KOA tonight, the Camp of America again. So we're gonna go get in and obviously pack up and unpack, get the tent set up and whatnot, and I might nip out for a burger. I fancy a burger and chips or even a pizza, but I think there's plenty of places to go and drink tonight, or go and have a few sherbets tonight, that's for sure, in Red Lodge. I think you're ready for 4th of July, don't you? Red Lodge looks, where's a Harley-Davidson shop? We're good. Red Lodge looks the business. I like it. Like it. Very cool. Anyway, I'll see you at the KOA, because holy moly, there's not a shortage of places to munch tonight, that's for sure. Whew. Brilliant. Humble abode, I think. Hopefully I've got the right one. We'll see. Sit rep. I am in Red Lodge, Montana, after leaving West Yellowstone this morning. It's around about 5:30. I was up at 4:30 just because that's what time I wake up now, apparently. Left the campsite, the KOA in West Yellowstone, about 5:30 this morning, and had a Mackey's, grabbed a McDonald's, got a coffee, and then headed into the park around about 6:30, give or take. And yeah, spent most of the day in the park. As you've seen, it is spectacular in Yellowstone. It really is. I actually went round the loop, the main loop, well, a quarter of the loop twice. I did go around the full loop, and then I ended up going north through Mammoth and then across on Highway 212, which eventually turns into the Beartooth. But my God, that road, that 212 from Mammoth, if you go east from there, one of the best roads I've ridden ever. It was spectacular, and you know, yes, it does turn into the Beartooth eventually, but even the bit from Mammoth to where it does turn into the Beartooth is just as spectacular. Yes, the Beartooth start climbing and climbing and climbing, and you end up at just shy of 11,000 feet above sea level. But man, oh man, yeah, it was phenomenal, as you've seen in the video. It really was. It was just breathtaking from start to finish, and what a day! Beautiful day, absolutely stunning day. So we're on 818 miles total in 2 days, and yeah, I've just got to the campground probably about 2 hours ago now. Just had a shower and whatnot, set up camp and stuff. So I did the Beartooth today, I'm not gonna lie, I did it, but I showed you guys up to the Chief Joseph turning, because the main part of the Beartooth starts there, and you know, up and over to Red Lodge. But wow, you'll see on the next episode. But oh my god, just, I know I've always said that the Going to the Sun Road Glacier was my #1 road, and you'll see why when you see the next episode, why it's been bumped off its perch. It really has. I did the Beartooth today, no cameras on. I just wanted to get a feel of it. I wanted to ride it without having to stop every 2 minutes to film or talk, or I just wanted to take it in, if I'm honest. And I did it. I took it in, and I went from west to east over to Red Lodge, and tomorrow I'm going east to west from Red Lodge back over the Beartooth, and then I'm going to be taking the Chief Joseph Pass. So those are the next episode, is going to be encompassing the actual filming footage of the Beartooth and the Chief Joseph Scenic Highway. So yeah, the next episode is going to be a monster. It is. I mean, I don't even know how long this one is, to be fair. I'll know now because I've edited it, but unbelievable, honestly, unbelievable. If you've never ridden down here in Yellowstone, I'm not in Yellowstone anymore, but if you've never ridden Yellowstone, it's phenomenal. It was always on my list. When I came down in 16 with the family, I seen all the bikes knocking around, and I thought to myself, one day I'll get to ride down here, and now I have. And just mind-blowing. You'll see it anyway. But yeah, I'm glad I did that today. I'm glad I did the Beartooth with no cameras on, just me, the bike, and 2 wheels, man. It was something else. It really was. I'd become one with the road at one point, and I had to scare myself to slow down, shall we say, because you make a mistake on that road and you are gone off the side, and you know it's a 1,000-foot drop, and you're never coming back from that. But yeah, it was unreal. Highway 212, before it gets to the Beartooth is just as spectacular. The best thing about today was seeing all those bison. Like, fuck man, there was about 1,500 to 1,500 bison in that valley today, and it was amazing. We drove right past them, and the big guy on the bridge just wouldn't let anybody by. He just kept walking on that bridge, man, as slow as he likes, just meandering across the bridge, 1-lane bridge. Huge bison, just wouldn't move. In the end he did, but wow, yeah, what a day. Anyway, tomorrow up and bright and breezy, got the Beartooth again. It's going to be filming day tomorrow, and then obviously Chief Joseph Scenic Byway, and then we're heading into Cody, Wyoming, and then back over to Yellowstone, to West Yellowstone, to spend the night over in West Yellowstone tomorrow. So another mammoth day again. I think I've popped in probably about 350 miles a day, give or take, over probably 13 hours. Again, just solid stopping time and whatnot, you know, tourist time, if you want to call it that. With people just stopping at the side of the road for birds, and causing massive traffic jams and stuff like that. So yeah, wow, I'm glad I've done it. It's done, and tomorrow I'm going to enjoy it even more by filming it to bring it to you guys. So anyway, thanks very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below, you know, if you've done it before, if you've got any tips for something I haven't done around here that I could do again maybe next season. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, you did like what you saw, then or what you seen, just remember to give it a subscribe, as it says down there. Anyway, I'm Stevie. Remember, riding a motorcycle, it isn't about escaping life, it's about finding it, like I did today. Take it easy, stay safe, and remember, you'll never walk alone.